Good day, students of PS Criminology under my subject, Human Rights Education. So as promised, this is your guide video on how to go over or go about the modules as well as the outputs. So for this particular video, I will introduce to you what your module will look like for my subject, and together with instructions on how to answer, what to answer, what to submit on submissions, and submission of outputs and other things that needs to be discussed. So for this particular module, you have 5 pages. So this is the subject. So as you can see, this will be the first page of your module. Again, tanan ninyo module, pareha og itsura. Naa siya introduction, ILO, activity. I have also the written discussion. And of course, the most important part will be your reading material. So, dili na mo kinahanglan mabalaka kung aha pa mo mangita og reading materials because I already included it together with your modules. All right. So since we are also doing Google Classroom, there will be a once a week Google Meet for instructions and guidance, and also short discussions of our topics. All right. So this will be the module. For those of you who already received their printed modules, you can get them so that you'll be guided. So as you can see, you have the subject code, which is CLJ1, or since you are first year, you need to be given introduction and guidance on how to do modules for college. So module 1, and for other modules, of course, mag-change ang number ana. 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then you have the title of the topic of this particular module, and you also have the weeks that you need to finish this particular module. Although this is self-paced, inyo maning kuan, tagaan mo free reign to finish your modules, but preferably 2 weeks ang isa ka module, and isa at 3 weeks. So we have a short introduction to the subject, and then you also have the learning outcome. So when we say learning outcomes, mo ni siya ang ato ang dapat ma-learn at the end of this particular module. And of course, we also have the activity. So if you notice, my activity listed here are only for you to to view particular videos. I also posted and given you links, especially on the YouTube videos already available, but for my video discussions, I will just send them on the GC, or I will post it on the Google Classroom. I also have included discussion, but for some modules, there will be no discussion because we will just do it via Google Meet. So, and then the most important part is your reading materials. Again, this is included in your module. Now, it's important for you to read the human rights, your reading materials, because this is how you will be able to answer correctly your outputs later on. And also, you have the resources where we got the reading materials and other resources. If you notice, if you have a copy already, or if you see here, below you have this note, do not submit this, this is yours. Meaning, during pag-submit ninyo sa inyong mga outputs, ayaw ninyo nag-apila ang kaning na reading materials, kaning discussion, kay inyuhan na siya. What you will submit is the katulang yung outputs. So what do I mean when I say katulang yung outputs? So I will show you unsa lang ang akong kinahanglan. Let us start with the output. So when we say output, mo ni siyang itsura sa inyong output. Sa upat na ni siya bale ka modules. Isa lang ang exercise and student output for all the modules. Ako na lang siyang gilump because we are running out of time since we distributed the modules very late, and we also understand your circumstances as well. Dili mi gusto na ma-lump bitaw mo. So, giisa na lang nako dinhi para easy na lang po sa inyo ang pag-answer. So, of course, do not forget to write your name, your program, which is BS Criminology, and of course, your year and your section. So, you will put here 1D or 1E because mo lang na akong students for this particular semester. So, you have here this one. I already included the rubric to guide you on how to do your first output. I also have it here. And then if you notice here, I also have another note for your outputs, and which says, please submit this. No other outputs shall be collected. So again, I'm very particular with clean handouts, and I also give kanang grades plus points for those who really follow instructions. Before you submit, double check. You can PM me, you can send me a picture of the things that you are to submit so that I can tell you ahead of time if you need to change things. So I'd like to stop share. So I will also like to introduce your long test, or we shall call this long test also, or this will also be known as your prelim examination. Since the modules that you receive are good for 2 months, your prelim exam or your long test is already included. So what you do is you have to read this case, the Government of Hong Kong versus Olalia, with GR number 153675. You can search this on the internet. However, if it's hard for you to search, I will post this particular case that you have to read on Google Classroom. So no need to be worried about it. Okay ra na siya, class. And then naaman pud good may 2 months to finish everything. So manageable ra na siya. Now, you have here guide questions. So what's the case about? Inside parties. You have to know this. Now, you have to answer. When we say who were the parties to the case, kinsa ang involved sa case, kinsa ang nag-file sa petition, kinsa ang gifilean og kaso, mo na siya respondents. Ang nag-file sa case, we call them petitioners, and then those who the petitioners filed against are called respondents in this particular case. And then of course, dapat ma-identify ninyo ang issue sa case. Ang isa ka case, usahay, 3 or more issues ang ilang ginatakol in one case alone. Since this is already docketed in the Supreme Court, daghan kayo cases ang ga-involved, but I want you to focus on the human rights violation issue that is involved in this particular case. Kay mo man nato ang subject. And then, here, what particular human right was demanded in the case? You really have to define and understand this. So first, you have to read your reading materials para makabalo ka kung unsa nga human right ang kaso ani nga particular case. And then, how did the Supreme Court decide on the case, or unsa ang rule ani the case? So this is your long test. This is also similar with your midterm exams. Now, I'd like to stop share. And I would like to share with you your midterms. All right, so this is your midterm exams. It's still the same. You have to give the facts on saan facts na involved sa case. I mean, Simon versus Commission on Human Rights. And then, what were the issues? Of course, you have to limit it to human rights issues only and their ruling. Alright, so mo lang na siyang inyong isubmit. I'd like to stop share. And then, yeah, if you have further questions, you can PM me or you can send me an email on, and then you can also ask your questions via the group chat on Facebook Messenger so that your classmates will also have an idea. Kaya base no kung inyong question po sa inyong classmates. I will try to be very responsive, especially when it comes to your questions regarding the modules. So I hope this is sufficient enough, and I'll see you on our Google Meet. Thank you. Bye.